My palm is the only thing between this stranger's femoral artery and the asphalt. His blood is hot. My hand is steady. I have no idea I'm holding a monster's heartbeat, or that he's already decided I'm his. The hazard lights from the abandoned sedan blink yellow, red, yellow across broken glass and empty road. It's 2:47 a.m. on a Tuesday, and I've watched 4 cars swerve around this scene like it's roadkill they'd rather not claim. I should have been the 5th. I have a shift at the hospital in 6 hours. Lila's tuition payment is 3 weeks overdue, and my gaslight has been on since Sunday. But I stopped, because the body moved. Now I'm kneeling in glass that's shredding my scrub pants. My first aid kit spilled open beside me, and this man, this bleeding, beautiful, terrifying man, is staring up at me with eyes the color of a winter storm. His hand clamps around my wrist, not weak, not pleading, anchoring. "Stay with me," I tell him, and my voice comes out steadier than my pulse. "What's your name?" "Dante." His voice is low thunder, rough at the edges, and it does something to my spine I don't want to examine. "Yours?" "Aria." "How many attacked you?" "3. He winces as I press harder on the wound, but his gaze doesn't leave my face. Why is he looking at me like that? Like I'm the emergency, like he's memorizing bone structure while bleeding out. "No, 4. 1 driver." I lie to the 911 dispatcher and say 6 attackers, maybe 7, so they'll send more units. While I wait for the sirens, I tie my scarf, my mother's scarf, the one I've had since high school, around his thigh as a tourniquet. His blood soaks into the blue silk. He watches me do it. "You stopped," he says. "You were dying." Others didn't stop. Others are cowards. I check his pulse at the throat. Strong, steady. His skin is warm under my fingertips, and I hate that I notice. Focus, Aria. Femoral artery. Shock protocol, not the line of his jaw. "You're not afraid, it's not a question." I'm a nursing student. I've seen worse. Lie. I haven't. Not on a roadside at 3 a.m., with a man whose presence feels like gravity. The corner of his mouth lifts, almost a smile, definitely dangerous. "Liar," my breath catches. Don't react." "Excuse me?" "Your hands are steady, your voice isn't." His thumb ghosts across the inside of my wrist where he's still holding me, and heat forks up my arm like I've touched a live wire. "You're terrified, but you didn't leave." Sirens. Finally. I pull my hand free and sit back on my heels, ignoring the way my pulse is trying to betray me. "The ambulance is close. You're going to be fine. Will you visit me?" "No." "Why not?" "Because I don't know you. You saved me. That's knowing enough." Before I can respond, 3 black SUVs arrive. Sleek, silent, wrong. They pull up in formation, and men in dark suits step out. Not police, not EMTs. The sirens are still 6 blocks away, but these men move like they own the road, the night, the air. One of them, tall, silver-haired, scar across his cheek, approaches and drops into a crouch beside Dante. "Dawn." The word is a title, not a name. "We've got you." "Dawn." Oh no." I start to stand, but Dante's hand shoots out and catches mine again. His grip is iron wrapped in silk, and his storm-gray eyes pin me in place. "Your name again." "You already know it." "Say it." "Aria Vale." Why does my name sound different in his mouth? "Aria Vale," he repeats, like he's testing the weight of it, like he's filing it somewhere permanent. I return debts. The silver-haired man is already lifting Dante, and 2 others are flanking them, scanning the shadows. The ambulance is 3 blocks out now, wailing closer. I should leave. I should run. I don't. I watch the SUVs pull away in perfect formation, hazards off, disappearing into the dark like they were never there. My scarf is still on the ground, blood-soaked and ruined. I pick it up anyway. My phone buzzes. "Lila, you okay? Saw your location ping from the middle of nowhere. I'm fine. Go back to sleep." "Is this about a guy?" "Definitely not." "Liar." I laugh. It sounds wrong. I climb back into my car, lock the doors, and grip the steering wheel until my knuckles go white. My hands are still steady. My breath isn't. I just saved a monster, and I can't stop thinking about the way he said my name. 2 days pass. I work my shift at the hospital. I study for pharmacology. I defrost chicken for Lila and argue with her about curfew and listen to her practice her college essay about resilience. I do not think about storm gray eyes or the electric heat of a stranger's hand on my wrist. I'm lying. On Thursday evening, I'm walking out of the library when a black town car pulls up to the curb. The back door opens. No one gets out. The silver-haired man from the roadside is in the driver's seat, and he nods once. An invitation, a command. I'm not getting in that car, I say. Don Rinaldi requests a conversation. Tell Don Rinaldi I don't take requests from men I don't know. You saved his life. He's returning the favor. I don't need favors. The man's expression doesn't change, but something flickers in his eyes. Respect, maybe, or pity. Miss Vale, you were seen that night. There are people who want to know what you saw, what you heard, who you spoke to. Don Rinaldi is offering protection. Protection. The word tastes like a cage. I'll take my chances. Your sister attends Franklin Prep, 16 years old, scholarship student. Walks home alone Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ice floods my veins. If you touch her, we won't, but others will. He hands me a tablet through the window. Security footage. Lila leaving school yesterday. A gray sedan trailing her for 4 blocks. My stomach drops. This is the 3rd time they followed her. Don Rinaldi sent our people to intercept. Your sister doesn't know, but she will be a target as long as you remain unprotected. My hands shake. Steady, Arya. Triage. What's the bleed? What stops it? What does he want? A conversation? 20 minutes of your time. I get in the car. The townhouse is in a neighborhood I couldn't afford if I saved for a decade. Tall windows, iron gates, trees that weren't planted last season. The silver-haired man, his name is Marco, escorts me to a sitting room with floors that don't creak and furniture that looks like it was built by people who've never worried about rent. Dante is standing by the window. He's not bleeding anymore. He's wearing a black shirt with the sleeves rolled to his elbows, dark slacks, no tie. His hair is slightly too long, brushing his collar, and the late sun catches the sharp architecture of his face. Cheekbones that could cut glass, a mouth that should be illegal, a jawline that makes my brain stutter. Stop it. He's a criminal, a don, a man who has people followed. He turns, and the full weight of his attention lands on me like a physical thing. Arya. One word, my name, and my traitorous body reacts, pulse trip, heat climbing my neck, breath going shallow. I hate this. I hate him. I hate that I don't hate this. Don Rinaldi. I keep my voice flat. Dante. I prefer Don Rinaldi. It reminds me what you are. Another almost smile, dangerous and dark. And what am I? A man who threatens 16-year-old girls. I didn't threaten her. I protected her. By having her followed. By ensuring the people already following her knew she was under my protection. He moves closer and the air tightens. He smells like rain and iron and something darker I can't name. You stopped for me, Arya. That makes you mine to protect. I'm not yours. You tied your scarf around my leg and told me to stay. You lied to the dispatchers so I'd have more cover. You didn't flinch when my men arrived. He's close enough now that I have to tilt my head back to hold his gaze. And God, he's tall, tall enough that I feel the warmth of him, the gravitational pull. You're brave, you're honest, and you're in danger because of it. Then let me go. No. You can't just... I can. His voice drops lower, intimate and absolute. You are under my protection. Which means you are mine. The words should enrage me. They do enrage me. But they also do something else, something that coils low in my belly and makes my skin feel too tight. This is insane. He's insane. I need to leave. I don't need protection. 2 detectives visited your apartment this morning. They asked your landlord about your schedule, Captain Navarro's people. He watches my reaction. She's on Rico Vassallo's payroll, my cousin. He wants to know what you saw that night. I didn't see anything. You saw enough, and you're the only civilian witness who can place timelines, vehicles, and faces. He gestures to the room. This townhouse is secure. You and your sister will stay here until the threat is neutralized. Absolutely not. It wasn't a request. I don't take orders from criminals. Then take advice from a man who knows what Rico does to loose ends. He steps closer, too close. Close enough that I can see the faint scar above his eyebrow, the way his pupils dilate when he looks at me. He'll use your sister as leverage. He'll make you watch. And when you've told him everything, he'll kill you both anyway because that's efficient. Triage? What's the bleed? Lila. Always Lila. How long? 2 weeks, maybe 3. And then? Then you're free. Free. The word sounds like a lie in his mouth. But Lila's face flashes in my mind. Her college essays, her scholarship interview next month, her whole future hanging by a thread I can't afford to cut. Fine. 2 weeks. Wise choice. Don't, I step back, needing distance, needing air. Don't act like I chose this. You backed me into a corner. I gave you a way out. A cage isn't a way out. His expression shifts, something almost soft flickering beneath the ice. It's not a cage if I'm keeping the wolves away from the door. What if you're the wolf? He leans in, and his breath ghosts across my temple. My knees go weak. Traitor body, traitor pulse. Then you already know I bite, Arya, and you stopped for me anyway. The townhouse has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen that looks like it belongs in a magazine, and security cameras on every corner. Marco brings Lila over that night with 2 duffel bags and a bewildered expression. Ari, what the hell, she's whispering, but her eyes are enormous. Who is this guy? Why does he have a house that smells like money? It's complicated. Complicated like student loans complicated? Or complicated like mob movie complicated? Too smart for her own good. The second one. Oh my God. It's temporary. 2 weeks, maybe 3. We stay here, stay safe, and then we go home. And this guy, Dante, he's what exactly? Dangerous. But he's protecting us. Yes. Why? Because I saved him, and now he thinks I'm his. Because I helped him once, and he's returning the favor. Lila studies me with the same sharp perception that won her the debate team captain spot. You like him? I absolutely do not. You're blushing. I'm angry. Angry people don't blush. They get red. You're blushing. She grins, and it's wicked. Oh, this is going to be good. Go to your room. Which one's mine? 2nd floor. Pick whichever one doesn't have Dante's stuff in it. She skips up the stairs, and I'm left alone in the enormous sitting room with its fireplace and its Persian rugs and its oppressive, suffocating safety. I sink onto the couch and press my palms to my eyes. 2 weeks. I can survive 2 weeks. Footsteps behind me. I don't have to turn around to know it's him. I can feel the shift in the air, the way the room rearranges itself around his presence. Your sister settled. She's 16. She'll be fine. He moves into my periphery and sits in the chair across from me, not beside me, giving me space. Why does that make it worse? You're angry? Observant. You're also exhausted. His gaze traces my face, and I feel it like a touch. When did you last sleep? I'm a nursing student with 2 jobs and a teenager to raise. I don't sleep. You'll sleep here. Is that an order, Don Rinaldi? His jaw tightens. It's concern. I don't need your concern. You have it anyway. He leans forward, elbows on his knees, and the firelight catches the planes of his face. Stop looking at him. Stop cataloging the way his shoulders fill that shirt. I know you don't want to be here. I know you think this is a cage. But I swear to you, on my name, on my blood, you and your sister are safe under my roof. Why do you care? The question comes out sharper than I intend, but I can't take it back. You don't know me. I'm just some girl who stopped on a road. You're not just anything. His voice goes quiet, and it's more dangerous than when he's cold. You saw me bleeding and decided I was worth saving. No hesitation, no price. Do you know how rare that is? Don't soften. Don't let him in. It's called basic human decency. It's called courage. He stands, and I have to tilt my head back again because he's tall and broad and taking up too much space in my head. And I've decided that anything that brave and that honest can't be left to the world. That's not your decision to make. I've already made it. He walks away before I can respond, and I'm left staring at the fire with my heart pounding and my skin too hot and the taste of something dangerous on my tongue. I won't belong to anyone but God, the way he said my name. Day 3 in the townhouse. I burn toast, avoid Dante, and FaceTime with my clinical supervisor to explain that I'm dealing with a family emergency. Lila video calls her debate team. Marco brings groceries. The security detail outside changes shifts every 8 hours like clockwork. I don't see Dante until evening. He finds me in the kitchen, trying to make tea the way my mother used to. Honey, lemon, too much sugar. I'm failing. Let me, he doesn't ask. Just steps in beside me, close enough that our shoulders brush, and takes the kettle from my hand. His fingers graze mine. Heat spikes. Stop it. He boils the water properly, finds the honey, adds lemon in the exact ratio I was guessing at, and hands me the mug. It tastes like home. How did you— My mother made it this way. He leans against the counter, watching me with that unnerving focus. Before what? Before my father was killed and I inherited his empire at 22. The admission sits between us, heavy and sharp. I should say something comforting. I don't. That's not an excuse for what you do. I didn't offer one. Then why tell me? Because you looked like you needed to know I wasn't born a monster. I became one. He tilts his head, studying me. Does that make it better or worse? Worse. So much worse. Because monsters I can hate. Men with wounds I can't. I don't know yet. He almost smiles. Honest. We stand there in the warm kitchen, drinking tea in silence, and it feels like the most dangerous thing I've done yet. More dangerous than stopping on that road. More dangerous than getting in Marco's car. Because this feels like connection, and connection is the first crack in the wall. Day 5. Lila catches me staring at Dante across the dinner table. She kicks me under the table. I glare. She grins. Dante notices. Something wrong? Nope. I shove rice into my mouth to avoid further conversation. Aria's just tired, Lila offers, and I want to strangle her. She's been having trouble sleeping. The bed uncomfortable? Dante's gaze sharpens on me. It's fine. Then what's keeping you awake? Your stupid face. The way you move through rooms like gravity bends for you. The fact that I keep remembering your hand on my wrist and hating that I want it there again. Nothing. I'm fine. Lila coughs into her napkin. It sounds suspiciously like a laugh. That night, I find new sheets on my bed, Egyptian cotton, thread count higher than my credit score, and a handwritten note on the pillow. If you need anything, I'm 2 doors down. I crumple the note. I also don't throw it away. Day 7. Dante teaches Lila how to play chess. I watch from the doorway, supposedly reading a pharmacology textbook, but actually observing the way he explains strategy to her. Patient, clear, never condescending. Lila's smart, but she's also 16 and has the attention span of a caffeinated squirrel. Dante doesn't rush her. He lets her think through her moves, ask questions that guide without dictating. You're protecting your queen too much, he says. Sometimes the best defense is an aggressive offense. Isn't that just reckless? Only if you don't calculate the risk. He moves his knight. Check. Lila groans. How did you were so focused on what I might do to your queen, you forgot to watch your king. He resets the board. Again. This time, think 3 moves ahead. That's impossible. It's practice. His gaze flicks to me, and I pretend I wasn't watching. Your sister does it all the time. Triage is just chess with higher stakes. He noticed that? Lila catches me staring again and mouths, You're so obvious. I flip her off discreetly. She laughs. After Lila goes to bed, Dante finds me on the back terrace. The night air is cool, and the city hums in the distance. Sirens and traffic, and life continuing without me. She's a good kid, he says. She's the best kid. She looks up to you. She shouldn't. I'm a mess. You're 24, working 2 jobs, finishing a nursing degree, and raising a teenager alone. He leans against the railing beside me, close enough that I can feel his warmth. That's not a mess. That's a miracle. I don't know what to say to that. Thank you feels insufficient. You don't know me feels like a lie. So I say nothing, and we stand in comfortable silence until the words tumble out on their own. My dad left when I was 19. Mom had a stroke 6 months later. Lila was 13. I'm still staring at the city, not at him, because if I look at him, I might break. I dropped out of school to take care of them both. Mom died 2 years ago, so now it's just us. I'm sorry. Don't be. We survived. Survival isn't the same as living. I turn to him then, and the moonlight does something unfair to his face, softens the hard edges, highlights the storm in his eyes. What would you know about living? You're a Don. You deal in violence and fear. I know what it's like to carry weight that isn't yours, to make choices that damn you because the alternative damns everyone else. His voice is quiet, raw. My father made me watch executions when I was 14. Said it would teach me strength. It taught me nightmares. Oh, Dante. I'm not asking for pity. I'm just telling you, I know what it costs to survive. And I see that same cost in you. He reaches out slowly, giving me time to move away, and tucks a strand of hair behind my ear. The touch is featherlight, devastating. You don't have to carry it alone anymore. My breath catches. Don't lean in. Don't close the distance. I've been alone for 5 years. I don't know how to be anything else. Then let me teach you. We're standing too close now, close enough that I can see the faint scar on his temple, the way his chest rises and falls, the heat in his gaze that makes my stomach flip. This is dangerous. This is so dangerous. I should go inside, I whisper. You should. Neither of us moves. His hand is still near my face, hovering. And I do the stupidest thing I've ever done. I tilt my head into his palm. His thumb brushes my cheekbone, and I close my eyes because if I keep looking at him, I'm going to do something reckless. Arya. My name is a prayer and a warning. If you keep looking at me like that. Like what? Like you want me to kiss you. I do. God help me, I do. What if I do? His control fractures. I see it in the way his jaw clenches, the way his breathing changes. Then I'm going to need you to say it, out loud, because I won't take what you don't give freely. The fact that he's asking, that he's giving me the choice even when I can see how badly he wants this, that breaks me. Kiss me, I breathe. He does. It's not soft. It's not gentle. It's a wildfire in the dark. His mouth claiming mine, his hand sliding into my hair, his body crowding me back against the railing. I gasp against his lips, and he takes the opening, deepening the kiss until I'm dizzy with it. This is a mistake. This is a terrible, dangerous, life-ruining mistake. I don't care. My hands fist in his shirt, pulling him closer, and he groans low in his throat. The sound vibrates through me, lighting up nerves I didn't know I had. His other hand finds my waist, fingers spreading wide, possessive, and God, I want to drown in this. He kisses like he does everything else, with absolute focus, like I'm the only thing that exists, like he's memorizing the taste of me. When his teeth catch my lower lip, I make a sound I've never made before, needy and breathless and completely his. That snaps something in him. He pulls back, forehead pressed to mine, both of us panting. Inside. Now. Why? Because if we stay out here, I'm going to do things that will scandalize your sister and give Marco a heart attack. His voice is wrecked, and his eyes are almost black. And I want to take my time with you. Heat floods through me. Oh, okay. He takes my hand, lacing our fingers together like it's the most natural thing in the world, and leads me inside. We make it to the second-floor hallway before he pushes me against the wall and kisses me again, harder this time, more demanding. My back hits the wall, and his hips press into mine, and I can feel everything, the hard muscle of his chest, the heat of him, the evidence of exactly how much he wants this. My hands slide under his shirt, finding warm skin and the ridge of muscle, and he hisses against my mouth. Arya, don't stop. I'm trembling, but not with fear, with want. With a hunger I've been trying to ignore for days. Please don't stop. His hand slides down my side, over my hip to my thigh, and he lifts my leg around his waist. The new angle makes me gasp, and he swallows the sound, his mouth moving to my jaw, my throat, finding every sensitive spot like he has a map. You taste like honey, he murmurs against my skin. And something darker, something mine. I should hate that. I should hate the possessiveness. I don't. It makes me burn hotter. Bedroom, I manage. Dante, bedroom. He lifts me, just picks me up like I weigh nothing, and I wrap both legs around his waist as he carries me down the hall. My door or his? I don't know. Don't care. He kicks a door open and sets me down on a bed that's definitely bigger than mine. His room, then. He stands at the edge of the bed, looking down at me with something that might be reverence, might be hunger, probably both. Last chance to say no. I sit up, reach for him, and pull him down to me. I'm saying yes. The kiss that follows is slower, deeper, a promise sealed with heat. His hands map my body like he's learning a language, and I arch into every touch. When he pulls my shirt over my head, his gaze goes molten. Dante. Shh. He kisses me quiet, and his hands are everywhere, my waist, my back. He pauses, looking at me like I'm something sacred. Tell me what you want. You, all of you, everything. Touch me, he does, and I stop thinking entirely. Later, much later, I'm lying in his bed with the sheets tangled around us, my head on his chest, his hand tracing lazy patterns on my shoulder. My body is humming, satisfied in a way I didn't know was possible. You're quiet, he says. I'm processing. Regretting? No. I tilt my head up to look at him. His hair is a mess, my fault. His lips are swollen, also my fault. He looks younger like this, unguarded. Should I be? Probably. He presses a kiss to my forehead. I'm not a good man, Arya. I know. I've done things that would make you run. I know that too. And you're still here. I'm still here. I trace the scar on his ribs, a knife wound, old but vicious. What happened? Initiation. I was 17. My father wanted to see if I'd fight or fold. What kind of father does that? Did you fight? I put the man in the hospital for 3 months. His voice is flat, matter of fact. My father was proud. I was horrified. But I learned something that day. What? That monsters aren't born. They're made. And sometimes they're made by the people who are supposed to protect you. He looks at me, and there's something raw in his expression. You make me want to be unmade. My heart clenches. Dante. I don't expect you to fix me. I'm not asking for redemption. His hand cups my face. I'm just asking for this, for you, for however long you'll give it to me. This is insane. This is moving too fast. This is 2 weeks, I say. You said I'd be here 2 weeks. Give or take. What happens after? His expression closes off slightly. You go home, you finish school, you live your life. Without you? That's safer. What if I don't want safe? The words surprise me, but they're true. What if I want you? This? Whatever this is. Don't. He sits up, putting distance between us, and I immediately miss his warmth. Don't make me into something I'm not. I can protect you. I can give you this. But I can't give you a future, Arya. I'm a Dawn. My enemies are legion. My life is violence. You deserve better. Shouldn't I get to decide what I deserve? Not when deciding wrong gets you killed. I pull the sheet around me and stand, suddenly furious. You don't get to do this. You don't get to pull me in and push me away. You don't get to kiss me like I'm the only thing that matters and then tell me I don't get a say in my own life. I'm trying to protect you. No, you're trying to control me, just like every other man who's decided he knows what's best. I'm shaking now, anger and hurt and frustration boiling over. I stopped for you because I chose to. I came here because I chose to. I just slept with you because I chose to. Don't take that away from me by deciding my choices for me. He stares at me, and I can see the war in his eyes. I don't want to lose you. Then stop pushing me away. I'm trying to keep you alive. I don't want to just survive anymore, Dante. I want to live. I step closer, let the sheet drop slightly. And right now, this you feels like living. His control is hanging by a thread. I can see it in the tension of his jaw, the way his hands are clenched. Arya, if I let myself have you, really have you, I won't let go. Good. I close the distance and kiss him, hard and claiming. Don't. The thread snaps. He pulls me back to the bed, and this time it's different, slower, more deliberate. Like he's memorizing every sound I make, every place that makes me gasp. He worships me with his hands and mouth until I'm begging, and only then does he give me what I need. When we finally collapse together, sweat slicked and breathless, he holds me like I'm something precious. I'm falling for you, he whispers against my hair. And it terrifies me. I press a kiss to his chest, right over his heart. Good. Fall. I'll catch you. Promise. Promise. Day 9. I wake up in his bed. There's a note on the pillow, breakfast downstairs. Take your time. I shower, borrow one of his shirts because it smells like him, and pad downstairs to find Lila at the kitchen table with Marco, both of them eating pancakes. Lila takes one look at me and grins. You have sex hair, I choke on air. Marco suddenly becomes very interested in his coffee. Lila? Oh my God, you totally slept with him. She's cackling now. I knew it. You have that glow. I'm going to murder you. Please don't. I have a debate tournament next week. She shoves a plate of pancakes at me. Sit, eat, tell me everything. Absolutely not. Boring. Dante appears in the doorway, dressed for business. Dark suit, crisp shirt. Looking every inch the Don. But when his eyes land on me in his shirt, something hot and possessive flashes across his face. Morning, he says. Morning. Why am I blushing? We had sex. Lots of sex. Phenomenal sex. Stop blushing. Lila is watching us like we're her favorite TV show. This is amazing. You two are so obvious. Lila, don't you have homework? I manage. Nope, I finished it. She stands, grabs her plate, and stage whispers to Marco. They definitely did it. Marco's expression doesn't change, but I swear I see his mouth twitch. Miss Lila, perhaps we should give them privacy. Fine, fine. She pauses at the door. But for the record, I approve. He makes her smile. That's rare. She leaves. Marco follows. And I'm alone with Dante, wearing his shirt, eating his pancakes, and feeling dangerously domestic. She's not wrong, he says. About what? You don't smile enough. He crosses to me, tips my chin up, and kisses me softly. I intend to fix that. God. You're going to ruin me. I know. Another kiss, deeper this time. But I'll put you back together after. Better than before. Promises, promises. He smiles against my mouth. I keep my debts, remember? Day 10. Routine settles in. I study. Lila goes to online classes. Marco teaches her self-defense basics in the backyard. Dante works from the study, and I catch glimpses of him on calls. Cold, commanding, every inch the leader. But at night, he's mine. We fall into a pattern. Dinner with Lila, chess or movies, or Lila demolishing us both at trivia. And then, when she's asleep, he finds me. Sometimes we talk. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes he just holds me, and that feels more intimate than anything else. What are you thinking? He asks one night. My back to his chest, his arms wrapped around me. That I'm in trouble. What kind of trouble? The kind where I don't want to leave in 2 weeks. His arms tighten. Then don't. It's not that simple. It could be. I turn in his arms to face him. Dante, I have a life outside this townhouse. I have school, clinicals, a future I've worked for. I can't just stay. I know, but he sounds like it costs him to say it. I know, but I don't want to lose this either. We'll figure it out. He kisses my forehead. I promise. We'll figure it out. I want to believe him. I'm starting to. Day 11. The call comes at 3 a.m. Dante's phone rings, and he's out of bed before I'm fully awake. I hear him in the hallway, voice low and lethal, and my stomach drops. Something's wrong. He comes back 10 minutes later, already dressed. I have to go. Marco will stay with you and Lila. What happened? Syndicate business. I'll be back by morning. Dante. He kisses me, hard and fast. Stay inside. Don't open the door for anyone except Marco. I'll call you when I can. And then he's gone. I don't sleep. By dawn, he's not back. By noon, I'm pacing. Lila's pretending to study but watching me with worried eyes. Marco's on the phone constantly. His expression carved from granite. Marco, what's happening? Don Rinaldi is handling a situation. What kind of situation? The kind that requires his presence. That's not an answer. He looks at me, and for the first time since I met him, I see something like sympathy in his eyes. The kind that comes with the life, Miss Vale. The life, right. The life I'm not part of. The life that's all violence and danger and calculated risk. The life I'm falling for anyway. Dante returns at sunset, blood on his knuckles and ice in his eyes. He doesn't speak, just walks past me, up the stairs, straight to the shower. I follow. I find him under the water, fully clothed, hands braced against the tile. The water runs pink. Dante. He doesn't turn. You should go. No. Arya. I can't. I don't care. I step into the shower, clothes and all, and wrap my arms around him from behind. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you had to be. You're here now. That's enough. His hands cover mine, and I feel him shaking. 3 men tried to ambush one of my shipments. They worked for Rico. I made an example. An example. I know what that means. Did they suffer? Yes. Good. The word surprises me, but it's true. They would have hurt your people. You protected them. It doesn't bother you? What I am. It terrifies me. I press my forehead to his back. But so does losing you, so I guess I'm stuck being terrified. He turns in my arms, and his eyes are storm gray devastation. I don't deserve you. Probably not. I cup his face, bring his mouth to mine. But you have me anyway. He kisses me like I'm oxygen. Like I'm the only thing keeping him tethered to humanity. And maybe I am. Maybe that's enough. Day 12. I wake up to an empty bed and a note. Had to handle something. Be back tonight. Don't worry. D. I should feel reassured. I don't. Something feels wrong. The air in the house is too tight, the silence too loud. Even Marco seems tense, his usual stoicism fractured at the edges. Marco, what's happening? Internal syndicate matter, nothing for you to worry about. You're lying. He doesn't deny it. Don Rinaldi is handling it. Handling what? Before he can answer, the front door explodes inward. Not metaphorically, literally. The lock shatters, wood splinters, and men in tactical gear pour into the house. I hear Lila scream, and every nursing instinct kicks in. Assess, triage, act. But Marco's already moving, gun drawn, pushing me back. Get upstairs, now. Lock yourself in the master bedroom. Don't come out until I come for you. Leela, I'll get her. Go. I run. I make it to Dante's room, lock the door, and immediately pull out my phone. My hands are shaking so badly I nearly drop it. 3 texts to Dante. Something's wrong. Men in the house. Where are you? Gunshots downstairs. More screaming. Please, please? My phone rings. Dante. Are you hurt? His voice is lethal. No, but they're in the house. Marco told me to lock myself in your room. Dante. Leela? Marco has her. I'm 10 minutes out. Stay where you are. Don't open the door for anyone. What if they won't get to you, I swear it. A pause. Arya, I love you. The words hit me like a bullet. What? I should have said it before. I love you, and I'm coming for you. The line goes dead. I sink to the floor, phone clutched in my hand, and for the first time in 5 years, I pray. The door holds for 11 minutes. I count every second, pressed against the far wall with a lamp in my hands like it's a weapon. Downstairs, the gunfire has stopped. The silence is worse. Marco, Leela, please be okay. When the door finally splinters open, I'm ready to swing. But it's Marco, blood on his shoulder, Lila tucked under his good arm. Ari! She launches herself at me and I catch her, checking for injuries with shaking hands. Are you hurt? Lila, look at me. I'm fine. But she's trembling. Marco got me out. They were looking for you. Who? Marco's expression is grim. Rico's men. They knew Don Rinaldi was off-site. This was coordinated. A trap. Where's Dante? En route. But we need to move. Now. They breached the perimeter, which means they have inside information. He hands me a gun. Do you know how to use this? Point and shoot? Close enough. He ushers us toward the back stairs. Stay close. Stay quiet. We make it to the garage when the second wave hits. More men. More guns. Marco puts himself between us and them, returning fire, but he's wounded and outnumbered. I pull Lila behind a car, my heart hammering so hard I can taste it. Think, Arya. Triage. What stops the bleeding? Then I see it. The door to the tunnel. Dante mentioned it once, an escape route that leads 3 blocks away. I grab Lila's hand. Marco, the tunnel. Go. He doesn't look back. I'll hold them. Marco, go. We run. The tunnel is narrow, dark, and smells like earth and old concrete. Lila's crying silently beside me, and I'm pulling her forward on pure adrenaline. We emerge in a parking garage, and I flag down the first car I see. A rideshare, ironically. Downtown, bus station. Please hurry. The driver sees the blood on my hands, Marco's blood, and guns it. My phone rings. Dante. Where are you? His voice is ragged. Safe. We're safe. Marco. Is alive? In surgery. Where are you, Arya? I should tell him. Every instinct says, tell him. But something stops me. Some cold, creeping suspicion that won't let go. How did they know you'd be off-site? How did they know exactly when to hit the house? Silence. Dante, how did they know? I'm working on that. That's not an answer. Arya, tell me where you are. I'll send a team. No, my voice cracks. No more teams, no more protection. I'm getting Lila somewhere safe, and then what? You disappear. You think Rico won't find you? I think I need to figure out who I can trust. And right now, I don't know if that includes you. I need space. Don't do this. I have to. I hang up. Lila's staring at me. Ari, what are you doing? Keeping us alive. The bus station is chaos. Humanity compressed into plastic chairs and fluorescent lighting. I buy 2 tickets to Philadelphia with cash I took from Dante's emergency stash. It's stealing. I don't care. We wait. Lila's head is on my shoulder, and I'm scanning every face, every shadow, waiting for the next attack. My phone keeps buzzing. Dante, Dante, Dante. I silence it. I can't trust him. I can't trust anyone. Not until I know. A man sits down beside me. Tall, sharp suit. Familiar. Rico Vasallo. My blood turns to ice. Lila, run. I wouldn't. Rico's smile is all teeth. I have 3 men in this station. You run, they shoot. You scream, they shoot. You cooperate, and maybe your sister lives. Triage. What's the bleed? Lila. Always Lila. What do you want? To talk. Privately. He gestures to a side corridor. Leave the girl. She'll be fine as long as you don't do anything stupid. Ari, no. Stay here. I kiss her forehead. Whisper. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, find a cop. A real one. Tell them everything. Ari. Trust me. I follow Rico into a maintenance hallway that smells like bleach and desperation. He closes the door behind us, and we're alone. You're a hard woman to corner, he says. What do you want? The same thing you want. Truth. He pulls out a tablet, and my stomach sinks. Not again. You've been lied to, Miss Vale. And I think you're starting to suspect it. I'm not interested in your games. Not a game, a revelation. He taps the screen, and video plays. Security footage, the roadside, the attack. But this angle is different, clearer. It shows Dante's men arriving before I do. It shows them waiting, watching. It shows one of them making a call, time-stamped, and then my car appearing around the corner. No. This footage was pulled from the traffic camera on Miller and 5th. Unedited. Time-stamped by the city. Rico swipes to another screen. Call logs. Dante's phone. Outgoing calls to the crew that attacked him. 30 minutes before you arrived. My hands are numb. You doctored this. City servers don't lie. He shows me the metadata, the encryption keys, the chain of custody. It all looks real. It looks real. He set it up, Arya, the attack. The rescue, the whole thing. He needed a civilian witness, someone pure, someone he could protect, someone who'd make him look human to his men. No, 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 no. You were always the cage, Miss Vale. He just made you think you walked in willingly. Why are you showing me this? Because you're the key to taking him down. You testify about what you saw that night, the real timeline, the setup, and Captain Navarro will protect you. Witness protection. New names, new life. His eyes bore into mine. You and your sister walk away clean. New life, safety, freedom, away from Dante. I don't believe you. You don't have to believe me. Believe the evidence. He hands me the tablet. Captain Navarro is meeting with federal prosecutors tomorrow. They're building a RICO case. Your testimony puts Dante away for life. Without it, he walks, and you stay his pretty little prisoner. I'm not his prisoner. Aren't you? Rico tilts his head. You can't leave. You can't go back to your life. You're dependent on his protection from threats he created. That's not love, Miss Vale. That's captivity with better linens. Every word is a knife. Every word finds a wound. Because I've thought the same thing. Late at night, when Dante's hands are on me and I'm drowning in him, part of me wonders, would I be here if he hadn't orchestrated the whole thing? I need to think. Take your time, but not too much. He taps the tablet. I've sent these files to this device, encrypted. Your eyes only. Look at them, verify them, and then decide who you believe. He leaves. He leaves. I stand in the hallway, tablet in hand, world crumbling. No, this is a trick, a manipulation. My nursing mind kicks in. Assess, triage, diagnose. I scrub through the footage again, looking for the bleed, the flaw, the thing that proves it's a lie. I zoom in on the timestamp, cross-referencing it with the call log he showed me. I think of the moon's position that night, the exact chill in the air, the time on my car dashboard when I first saw the hazard lights. It all lines up. The city server encryption key verifies. The metadata is flawless. The evidence is there, time-stamped, verified, real. My knees buckle. I catch myself on the grimy wall, the tablet slick in my sweaty hands. He didn't just lie. He built the entire world we've been living in. I walk back to Lila on numb legs. She takes one look at my face and goes pale. Ari, we're leaving. What did he? Not here. I grab our bags and we board the bus. Once we're moving, once I'm sure no one's listening, I show her the tablet. She watches. Her face goes through the same journey mine did. Disbelief, horror, anger. He set you up, she whispers. It looks that way. That son of a, she stops, looks at me. You love him. It's not a question. I thought I did. But now? Now I don't know what was real. Every touch, every word, every kiss that felt like a promise. Was it all just part of the con? Was I just another pawn in a power play? He said he loved me. Liars always do. Now I think I was stupid, I say. My voice sounds hollow. I thought I was choosing him, but he never gave me a choice. He just built a prettier cage. Lila takes my hand. What are we going to do? I don't know yet. My phone buzzes. Dante again. I turn it off. We get off the bus in Baltimore, not Philadelphia. Just in case. And hole up in a motel that charges by the hour and doesn't ask questions. I pay cash. We lock the door. I finally let myself fall apart. Lila holds me while I cry, and I hate it. Hate that I'm crying over a man who lied. Hate that I'm heartbroken over someone who built me a cage and called it protection. Hate that I still want him anyway. Maybe there's an explanation, Lila says quietly. The evidence is time-stamped. Evidence can be faked. Not city servers. Ari, she pulls back to look at me. I know you're hurt. I know it looks bad. But he took a knife for me. That wasn't staged. That was real. Was it? Or was it just another move in a long game? I don't know what's real anymore. Then ask him, face to face. Let him explain. What if I don't like the answer? Then we disappear for real. New names, new city. I'll defer college for a year. We'll figure it out. Her hands squeeze mine. But I think you need to know the truth. Not Rico's version. The real truth. She's right. I hate that she's right. But I'm also terrified. Because what if the real truth is that everything I felt was built on lies? I turn my phone back on. 43 missed calls, 16 voicemails, 29 texts, all Dante. The most recent text. Please, just tell me you're alive. I can't breathe until I know you're alive. My chest aches. I call him. He answers before the first ring finishes. Aria, thank God. Where are you? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Lila's fine. Where are you? I'll send. No? No one else. Just you. My voice is ice. Meet me tomorrow, noon. The pier at Harbor East. Come alone. Aria, what's going on? You know what's going on. Rico found me. He showed me things, and I need to know if they're true. Silence. Heavy and damning. Dante, tell me he's lying. More silence. Tell me. I can't. His voice breaks. Not over the phone. Not like this. Just, meet me tomorrow, let me explain. Face to face. Did you stage the attack? It's complicated. It's a yes or no question. Arya, yes or no. A pause that lasts forever. Not the way he made it seem. But there are things I kept from you. Things I need to explain in person. Kept from me. That's not a denial. That's a confirmation dressed in softer words. The hotel room tilts. You lied to me. I protected you. You lied to me, I'm shouting now. And Lila's hand is on my shoulder, steadying me. Everything, the protection, the cage, the us, it was all built on a lie. It wasn't. Arya, I swear. What we have is real. How can it be real if the foundation is fake? Tears are streaming down my face, and I hate them. Hate him, hate myself. You said you loved me. I do. Liars always say that. Arya, please, let me explain. Noon, the pier, come alone. I hang up. And then I break. Morning comes like a punishment. I don't sleep, can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see his hands on me, his mouth. The way he looked at me like I was the only thing that mattered. Was any of it real? Lila stays close, offering silent support. She doesn't tell me it'll be okay. She's too smart for that. At 11:45, I leave her at the motel with strict instructions. If I'm not back by 2 p.m., call the police and run. She hugs me. Be careful. Always am. And Ari? Whatever he says, trust your gut. Not his words. Your gut. I nod. The pier is gray and cold, the water choppy with October wind. I arrive early, scanning for traps, for Rico's men, for anything that screams danger. At noon exactly, a black SUV pulls up. Dante gets out, alone. He looks like he hasn't slept either, shadows under his eyes, stubble on his jaw, shirt wrinkled. He sees me and stops, like he's afraid I'll run. Area, I don't move. Explain. Now. He closes the distance slowly, hands visible, like I'm a spooked animal. The attack was real. The ambush happened. But I knew it was coming. How? Because I'd been investigating Rico for weeks. I knew he was planning a move. Knew he'd try to take me out. His voice is steady, but his eyes are desperate. I set up a counter-operation. My men were there to ensure it didn't go worse. They were backup, not orchestrators. But you called them before I arrived. The logs show. I called them to tell them to stand down. I didn't want civilian casualties. He steps closer. And then you showed up. And you stopped. And you saved my life when my own backup was still 3 minutes out. Then why didn't you tell me? Because you never would have trusted me if you knew I was using you as bait. The admission is raw. I knew once you were seen with me, Rico would come after you. I knew I'd have leverage to keep you close, to keep you safe. And I used that. There it is, the truth. Ugly and sharp. You used me. Yes. You manipulated me into staying. Yes. Everything, the protection, the forced proximity, it was a setup. The circumstances were manipulated. But what happened between us wasn't. He's close enough now that I can see the desperation in his eyes. Arya, I didn't plan to fall in love with you. I didn't plan for you to become the only real thing in my life. That wasn't strategy. That was... His voice breaks. That was just you, being you. How am I supposed to believe that? Because I'm telling you the truth now. Even though it damns me. Even though you might walk away. His hands lift, then drop, like he's stopping himself from reaching for me. I kept you close because I needed you safe. I kept you closer because I couldn't breathe without you. And I let you in because for the first time in my life, someone looked at me and saw a man instead of a monster. Don't cry. Don't you dare cry. You should have told me. I know. You should have given me the choice. I know. You should have trusted me. I know. He steps closer and I don't move away. I'm sorry. I'm so goddamn sorry, Arya. I thought I was protecting you, but I was just protecting myself. From losing you, from having to let you go. You don't get to decide what risks I take. I know that now. You don't get to cage me and call it love. I know. And you sure as hell don't get to lie to me and expect me to stay. I know. His hand finally reaches for me, cupping my face, and I'm trembling. But I'm asking anyway. Stay. Yell at me. Hate me. But stay. I should pull away. I should walk away. I should... The gunshot cracks the air. Dante's body jerks. His eyes go wide. And then he's falling, and I'm catching him, and we're on the pier. And there's blood, so much blood. No, no, not again. Dante, I'm screaming. Hands already on the wound. Chest, upper right, close to the heart, too close. He's gasping, eyes finding mine. Run! Not a chance. More gunshots. I hear shouting, Marco's voice, other men. Return fire. But I don't look up. Can't look up. All I see is Dante bleeding under my hands, again, and I'm right back on that dark road, except this time I can't lie to myself. This time I know exactly what I'm losing. Stay with me, my voice is breaking. Dante, stay with me. Lila is safe, is hidden. Just focus on me. I'm pressing the wound, feeling for exit trajectory, doing triage through tears. You're not allowed to die, you hear me? You don't get to tell me you love me and then die. Love you. He coughs, blood at his mouth. Always loved you. Shut up. Save your breath. Where is the ambulance? Where is... Marco's beside me suddenly. Miss Vale, we have to move. More shooters. I'm not leaving him. Then we move him together. Now. We lift Dante. I keep pressure on the wound. And somehow we get to an SUV. Marco's driving like the devil's chasing us, and I'm in the back with Dante's head in my lap, hands slick with his blood, and I'm praying again. Please, please don't take him. I forgive him. I choose him. Just please don't take him. His hand finds mine, weak, fading. Sorry. Don't you dare apologize. Don't you dare say goodbye. I'm sobbing now, ugly and loud. You promised me we'd figure it out. You promised. Figured it out. His smile is bloody, devastating. Choose you, always choose you. His eyes close. Dante. The hospital is a blur. Surgeons, waiting rooms. Marco on the phone, voice lethal, calling in favors. Police asking questions I can't answer because I don't know who shot him. Rico's men, a rival crew, someone else entirely. All I know is I'm covered in his blood again. And this time, I can't tell myself I don't care. Hours pass, or minutes, or years. Time doesn't work in hospitals. A surgeon finally appears. He's stable, lucky. The bullet missed the heart by inches. He'll need time to recover, but he'll live. I collapse into a chair and sob. Marco sits beside me. He loves you. I've never seen him love anything, but he loves you. He lied to me. He did. Men like us lie to protect what we love. It's not right, but it's what we know. He looks at me, and there's something almost kind in his expression. But he told you the truth today, even knowing it would lose you. That's love too. I don't know if I can trust him. Then don't, but maybe give him the chance to earn it back. They let me see him an hour later. He's pale, bandaged, hooked up to machines that beep rhythmically, but alive, breathing, here. I sink into the chair beside his bed and take his hand. His eyes flutter open, gray, storm-tossed. Home. You stayed, he rasps. Of course I stayed, you idiot. I'm crying again. What did you think? That I'd let you die alone? Thought you'd leave. You should. Yeah, well, I'm bad at doing what I should. I squeeze his hand. Dante, I'm so angry with you. I'm furious. You lied. You manipulated. You took my choice. I know, but I take a shaky breath. You also bled for me, twice. You protected my sister. You told me the truth even though it cost you. And when you said you loved me, I believe you. His eyes fill. Arya, I'm not saying I forgive you. I'm not saying we're okay. I'm saying I'm willing to try. If you're willing to be honest, completely honest. No more lies, no more manipulation, no more deciding what's best for me. I swear it. His hand tightens on mine. No more secrets, no more games. Just us, just truth. And if I choose to walk away, then I let you go. Pain flashes across his face. I'll keep you safe, but I'll let you go. What if I don't want to go? His breath catches. Then I'll spend the rest of my life proving I deserve you. I lean down and kiss him, soft, careful of his injuries, a promise sealed in salt and blood and something that feels like forgiveness starting to bloom. You're an idiot, I whisper against his mouth. I know. And I love you anyway. I know, he smiles. It's weak, but real. Thank you. For what? For stopping, for staying, for seeing me. His thumb brushes my knuckles. For saving me. Again. 3 days in the hospital, and I don't leave his side. Marco brings Lila on day 2. She takes one look at Dante, pale, bandaged, but alive, and punches his good shoulder. Ow, Jesus. That's for scaring my sister. She punches him again. And that's for being a lying, manipulative mob boss. Noted. And this, she hugs him, awkward and quick, is for taking a bullet meant for someone else. Again. Dante looks stunned. Then something soft crosses his face. You're a terrifying kid. I know. Ari raised me. She steps back, crosses her arms. So, are you going to keep lying to her? Or are we done with that? We're done with that. Good. Because if you hurt her again, Marco's teaching me how to use a knife, and I'll come for you in your sleep. Marco coughs into his hand. It sounds suspiciously like approval. Dante's eyes find mine. I believe her. You should, I say. After Lila leaves, Dante reaches for me. I go to him, careful of the IV lines and monitors, and settle on the edge of his bed. She's right, you know, he says quietly. If I hurt you again, you won't. How can you be sure? Because now I know what you look like when you lie. And I know what you look like when you're terrified of losing me. I trace the edge of the bandage on his chest. You were terrified on that pier. I saw it. I was. His hand covers mine. I am. Every time I think about you walking away, then don't give me a reason to. I won't. He pulls me closer, until my forehead rests against his. I swear it, Arya. No more lies. No more half-truths. You want to know something, you ask, and I'll tell you, even if it damns me. Even if it's dangerous? Especially then. Your safety doesn't come from ignorance. It comes from being prepared. His thumb brushes my jaw, and heat sparks despite everything. Despite the hospital room and the beeping machines, and the fact that he nearly died 3 days ago. You're my equal, not my captive, not my burden. My equal. And equals deserve the truth. God, I've missed him. 3 days of keeping distance while he healed. 3 days of touching only his hand, and my body is screaming for more. Dante. My voice comes out breathier than I intend. You're still recovering. I know. The doctor said no strenuous activity. I know. So we can't. I know. But his eyes are dark with want, and his hand is sliding into my hair. But I can still kiss you, if you'll let me. I let him. The kiss is slow, careful. His mouth moves against mine like he's relearning the shape of me, and I'm melting into it, into him, into the relief of having him alive and here and mine. When we pull apart, we're both breathing hard. I want you, he says roughly, but not here, not like this. When I have you again, I want to take my time, want to worship every inch of you until you forget you were ever angry with me. Heat floods through me. Oh, that's going to take a while. Good. His smile is wicked despite the pain. I have time. They release him on day 5 with strict orders. Rest, physical therapy, no stress. He ignores all of it. Within hours of being back at the townhouse, he's in the study taking calls, reviewing security footage from the pier, coordinating with Marco about Rico's location. I find him at his desk, shirt half unbuttoned, fresh bandage visible, working like he wasn't nearly killed less than a week ago. You're supposed to be resting. I am resting. I'm sitting. Dante. He looks up, and the heat in his gaze makes my stomach flip. Come here. I shouldn't. He needs rest. But I'm already moving, drawn to him like gravity, and when I'm close enough, he pulls me into his lap. I settle carefully, mindful of his injury. You're going to tear your stitches. Worth it. His hands span my waist, thumbs brushing the strip of skin where my shirt has ridden up, and I shiver. I've been dying to touch you. You've been touching me for 5 days. Holding your hand isn't touching. His hands slide up my sides, slow and deliberate, and I gasp. Is touching. We shouldn't. He's injured. We need to. He kisses my throat and my thoughts dissolve. Dante. Tell me no. His mouth traces my collarbone, finding every sensitive spot with devastating precision. Tell me to stop, and I will. I should. I absolutely should. Don't stop. His hands tighten on my waist, and he pulls me closer, as close as his injury allows, until I can feel the heat of him through our clothes. I've been thinking about this, about you, every night in that hospital bed. Yeah? My hands slide into his hair, careful not to jostle him. What were you thinking? How you taste, how you sound when I make you fall apart. How you look at me like I'm not a monster. His teeth graze my earlobe, and I'm trembling. How badly I need to prove to you that what we have is real. I believe you. Not enough. He pulls back to look at me, and his eyes are blazing. I need you to feel it, in your bones, in your blood, until there's no doubt left. God, you're injured. So be gentle with me. Dante, please. The word is raw, desperate. I need this. Need you. Need to know we're still us. How can I say no to that? I kiss him, and it's answer enough. We're careful, so careful, as I straddle him properly, as his hands map my body through my clothes, like he's memorizing coordinates. When he starts unbuttoning my shirt, his fingers are steady despite everything. Beautiful. He traces the edge of my bra, and I arch into the touch. I thought I'd lost this. Lost you. I'm here. Thank God. He kisses me again. Deeper this time, and his hands are everywhere. My back, my thighs, sliding under my waistband with clear intent. Wait. I pull back, breathless. Not here. You need to lie down, properly. Upstairs then. Can you walk? For this, I'd crawl. I laugh despite everything and help him stand. We make it to his room, our room maybe, and he sits on the bed, pulling me between his legs. Arya. He looks up at me, and there's something vulnerable in his expression. I love you, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life proving it. I know. I cup his face, run my thumb over his bottom lip. I love you too. Even though I'm a criminal, even though. I push him back gently so he's lying down and climb over him, careful of his injury. Even though you're possessive and manipulative and sometimes insufferable. Sometimes, most times. I kiss his jaw, his throat, the hollow above his collarbone. But you're also brave, and honest now, and mine. His hands grip my hips. Say that again. Mine. I kiss him, hard and claiming. You're mine, Dante, just like I'm yours. The sound he makes is almost a growl. What follows is slow, deliberate. A dance we've done before but different now, weighted with forgiveness, with choice, with the knowledge that we nearly lost each other. I undress him carefully, mapping the new scar tissue with my fingers and mouth, and he watches me with something like reverence. When he finally slides inside me, when we move together, when I arch and gasp and whisper his name, it feels like a claiming that goes both ways. Like every thrust is a promise, every kiss is a vow. I've got you, he breathes against my throat. I know. Never letting go. Good. His hands guide my hips, finding the rhythm that makes us both shake. And when I come apart in his arms, he follows, his face buried in my neck, my name on his lips like a prayer. After, we lie tangled together, sweat slicked and breathless, and I trace lazy patterns on his chest. You're going to tear your stitches, I say again. Don't care. The doctor will kill you. Worth it. He kisses my forehead. Besides, you're a nurse now. You can patch me up. Almost a nurse. Close enough. His arms tighten around me. Stay with me. After all this, after the 2 weeks, after everything, just stay. My heart clenches. Where else would I go? Back to your life, your apartment, your freedom. My freedom isn't worth losing you. I prop myself up to look at him. But I'm not giving up my life either. I'm still finishing school, still doing my clinicals, still being Lila's guardian. I know. And I'm not going to be paraded around as the Don's woman or whatever. Noted. And if you ever lie to me again, I won't. I'm taking Lila and disappearing, and you'll never find us. His smile is soft. Fair. So, if you can live with all that, I can. Then yes, I'll stay. The kiss he gives me is worth every risk, every tear, every moment of doubt. 2 days later, Dante calls a meeting. His inner circle, Marco, his captains, his key lieutenants, gather in the townhouse sitting room. I'm there too, at his side, because he insisted. You're part of this now, he said. They need to know. Lila's upstairs with headphones on, studying. Smart kid. Dante stands, and the room goes silent. Even injured, he commands attention like gravity. Rico Vasallo has been arrested. Federal RICO charges. Captain Navarro flipped, and the evidence she provided is damning. He looks around the room. The threat is neutralized. Murmurs of approval, relief. But there's something else you need to know. His hand finds mine, lacing our fingers together. I've been keeping Aria Vale under protective custody. As of today, that custody is dissolved. The room shifts, confused glances. Marco's watching with something like pride. She's not under my protection as a prisoner. She's here because she chooses to be. Dante's voice is steady, absolute. You'll treat her as my equal, not my property, not my weakness, my equal. Anyone who disrespects that answers to me. Silence. Then Marco stands. Understood, Don Rinaldi. One by one, the others follow. Nods. Agreements. Respect in their eyes when they look at me. Meeting adjourned. Dante dismisses them and they file out. When we're alone, I turn to him. That was necessary, he cups my face. I meant what I said. You're not my captive. You're my choice, and I'm yours. Equals? Equals. I kiss him. Good answer. 1 week later, Rico's trial begins. I testify, not as the prosecution's star witness. They have Navarro and the forensic evidence for that. I testify to what I saw that night on the road. The truth. No embellishments, no lies. The defense tries to paint me as Dante's puppet. I shut that down fast. I make my own choices, I say clearly. I chose to stop that night. I chose to save a man's life, and I chose to stay with him after. Those were my decisions, no one else's. Dante's in the gallery, watching. When I glance at him, he's looking at me like I hung the moon. Rico gets 25 to life. The day of sentencing, Dante takes me and Lila out to dinner. Real dinner, not takeout, not the townhouse. A restaurant with white tablecloths and wine lists, and a view of the harbor. Lila orders the most expensive thing on the menu because she's 16 and shameless. I order pasta. Dante orders steak and watches me eat like it's the most fascinating thing he's ever seen. What? I ask. Nothing, just happy. You're happy watching me eat carbs? I'm happy you're here, that we're here, all of us. He reaches across the table for my hand. I didn't think I'd get this. What? Dinner? A family. The word hits me square in the chest. Family. Dante? I know it's fast. I know we're still figuring things out. But that's what this feels like. His thumb brushes my knuckles. Like home. Lila's pretending not to listen, but I see her smile. Yeah, I say softly. It does. 3 months later, I graduate nursing school. Dante's in the audience, front row, impossible to miss, with Lila and Marco. When they call my name, Lila screams loud enough to embarrass me. Dante just smiles, and it's soft and proud and so beautiful I almost trip on stage. After, there are pictures and champagne, and Lila making increasingly elaborate plans for my graduation party. I'm thinking a theme, she says. No themes. Medical theme? With little stethoscope decorations. Absolutely not. Mafia theme? Dante chokes on his drink. Also no. You two are boring. Later, when we're home, because the townhouse is home now, with my books on the shelves and my scrubs in the laundry and my life woven into his, Dante hands me a small box. What's this? Open it. Inside is a key and a deed. To a building in East Baltimore. I stare. Dante, what? A clinic. Fully funded. Yours to run however you want. He's trying to be casual, but I can see the nervousness in his eyes. I know you wanted to work in underserved communities, so I bought you a building, hired staff, set up an endowment. I can't speak. If you hate it, I kiss him, hard, thorough, until we're both breathless. I love it, I say. I love you. Good, he grins. Because you're stuck with me now. Yeah? I push him back onto the couch, climbing into his lap. For how long? Forever, if you'll have me. Forever is a long time, not long enough. His hands slide up my thighs, and heat coils low in my belly. I want every minute, every heartbeat, every... I kiss him quiet, What follows is frantic. Hands and mouths in desperate need. We barely make it to the bedroom. Clothes hit the floor. His hands are everywhere, and mine are too. And when he finally slides inside me, we both gasp like it's the first time. I love you, he breathes against my throat. I love you too. We move together, fast and then slow, then fast again, chasing the heat that's been building all day. When I come, it's with his name on my lips and his hand over my racing heart. He follows, face buried in my neck, and we collapse together in a tangle of limbs and satisfaction. Later, wrapped in sheets and moonlight, his fingers trace patterns on my shoulder. What are you thinking? I ask. That I rescued a stranger and met my ruin. His smile is soft. That you became my obsession and gave me your choice. That you're not my captive, you're my equal. And this storm is ours. I thread my fingers through his. You know what the worst part is? What? I'm a nurse who's in love with a man who gets stabbed and shot semi-regularly. My blood pressure is going to be a nightmare. He laughs, real and unguarded. I'll try to minimize the stabbings. And the shootings. Those too. And the general mob violence. I make no promises about that one. I smack his chest lightly. He catches my hand and kisses my palm. Arya? Yeah? Thank you. For what? For stopping. For staying. For choosing me when I didn't deserve it. I turn in his arms and cup his face. You deserve it. You always did. You just needed someone to see past the monster. And you see. A man who's been hurt, who's fought to protect what he loves, who's still learning how to trust. I kiss him softly. A man I'm going to spend a very long time loving. His arms tighten around me. I'll hold you to that. Good. We fall asleep tangled together, and for the first time in years, neither of us is afraid. Because we're not running anymore, we're choosing each other every day, every heartbeat, and that makes all the difference. Epilogue. 6 months later. The clinic is packed for opening day. I'm running between exam rooms, directing staff, triple-checking supply inventories, and trying not to panic. Lila's at the front desk, charming patients with her terrible jokes and organizational skills that put mine to shame. Dante's in the back, trying to look inconspicuous and failing spectacularly, because he's a 6'3" syndicate leader in a tailored suit surrounded by people in scrubs. Marco's with him, looking mildly amused by the whole thing. You know you don't have to be here, I tell Dante when I pass him for the 4th time. Opening day, of course I'm here. You're making the patients nervous. I'm making you nervous. That too. But I'm smiling. By mid-afternoon, we've seen 30 patients. By evening, closer to 50. My feet hurt. My head hurts. But my heart is so full I could burst. When the last patient leaves, the staff clears out. And it's just me and Lila and Dante and Marco in the empty waiting room. We did it, I breathe. You did it, Dante corrects. He pulls me into his arms and I lean into him, exhausted and exhilarated. I'm proud of you. Yeah? So damn proud. Lila's watching us with that knowing smile. You two are disgustingly cute. Thank you, we say in unison. Also, Ari, some guy named Dr. Patterson stopped by. Said he's heard good things about the clinic and wants to refer patients. That's amazing. Also, he was totally checking you out. Dante's arms tighten around me. Was he? Babe, no. I'm just saying, if Dr. Patterson mysteriously disappears. Dante. It would be unrelated to me. Lila's cackling. Marco's trying not to smile. I turn in Dante's arms and kiss him. I'm not going anywhere. Good, he pulls me closer. Because I have plans for you later. Yeah? His mouth finds my ear. Involving that sexy thing you do where you take charge? Lila is right there. Lila is leaving, Lila calls. Marco, take me for ice cream so these two can make out in peace. Miss Lila, come on, they're embarrassing. They leave. The door closes. And I'm alone with Dante in the clinic I built. In the life we chose. In the storm that became an anchor. I love you, I tell him. I love you too. He kisses me slow and deep. Thank you. For what? For saving me, for staying, for building this beautiful, chaotic, impossible life with me. Right back at you. We stand there in the empty clinic, holding each other, and I realize something. I stopped for a bleeding man on an empty road and found my home, not in a place, in a person, in a choice, in a storm that became a promise. And I would do it again, every time, forever.